friends.
Hello. Hi. How are ya? Still doing this for probably 1 week, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of Boss Ravioli Queens with your two favorite caregivers, Nicole Ravioli.
Boss Lady Amy.
Here we are again. It is that time for another installment of the Trump trials. This will be part 7. You want to do the thing? Dink.
Hi. Hello. Welcome. If you're new here, we're the Boss Ravioli Queens. We're two caregivers who've been doing caregiving a long time, and we decided to start this podcast as a way to advocate for caregivers and give them a voice. You can go back and you can listen to all of our old episodes anywhere you listen to podcasts, audio only, other than Apple, because we're poor and that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can go back and you can watch all of our old YouTube videos, and then you can also keep up with us as we release a new video every week. Don't mind the baby, it's fine. Yeah.
Come along with us on this wonderful journey.
Yeah, so we typically release caregiving episodes where we talk about things within caregiving, but then we also talk about things outside of caregiving and how they relate to caregiving, because there's always a way to relate it back. No matter what you do, healthcare is everywhere. And then we also have a mini-series called The Trump Trials that we release on the last week of the month, where we discuss the things that have happened, and most of them are not related to healthcare, but also a lot of them are, so we like to just kind of talk about it. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. I think I did the thing.
Shameless plug over. Dink. What new horrors do we have to talk about today? There's a lot. There's a lot.
My phone's over there.
So, do you want to grab it? Or are you just gonna chill? Okay. Keeping us on task. Trying to. It's gonna be a struggle bus today. A little
Well, obviously, number one in my book, at least that relates to healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
Tylenol.
Mm-hmm. Rapid release the Epstein files, please.
Extra strength.
On the Epstein files.
So I mean, I don't think much else needs to be said. It's just what, who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Also, first people said it was vaccines and now it's Tylenol.
Also, I'm just confused. What's the obsession right now? I don't get that. All of a sudden, this is an epidemic that needs to be solved, and I'm just really confused because we've had autism forever. Even before it was discovered, it was
I
around.
read somewhere that it was first mentioned in medical files in 1911.
Yep, that was the first diagnosed case of autism was 1911.
Hey, guess what? Tylenol wasn't around until 1954, so your point is moot.
Yeah, so I just, I guess I don't get the obsession with, what...
Autism?
Yeah. And honestly, that in itself, grasping a subject and just refusing to let it go, that sounds...
Let's be real. They've always been focused on numero uno, LGBTQ people. Right now, they're targeting the trans individuals and people with autism. And I don't know why, because autism, it isn't a bad thing. It doesn't make any person less than.
And there's so many individuals that are so high functioning. Like, there's many people that have autism that you never even know. Like, I don't get why all of a sudden we are trying to, like, get to the bottom of this quote-unquote disease.
You know what deserves more research? Cancer. Cancer deserves to be cured. There is never going to be a cure for autism, and we don't need one.
Sometimes I'm a little bit of a tinfoil hat person. I believe that the cure to cancer has already been found.
Same.
I really do.
Same.
Like, it's so funny because, like, most of the time I'm pretty rational, but sometimes they'll say something and my husband will just be like, you're such a conspiracy theorist sometimes. But yeah, that's one thing that I really do believe, is that I really think that the cure to cancer has been found. But, I mean, what makes big pharmaceutical companies and the people that have stakes in those companies money? Being sick. And they are going to lose money if people are no longer sick.
Yep. She said nope. Not sitting down. Okay, so while I don't want to necessarily stray away from this topic too early, we also have a lot to cover. So, final thoughts on the autism portion. Oh, can we not, sir? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's really about it. I guess I just don't understand the obsession with quote unquote curing it when it's not a disease. And it honestly, if somebody has autism and they are like nonverbal, or they have like some pretty serious cognitive deficits, odds are they don't only have autism. They probably had other complications at birth that you're never gonna know about because they're nonverbal and they can't tell you.
Facts.
So that's really it. Take your Tylenol. Just be safe with it. Like anything, use it safely.
Yeah. Is that all your final thoughts?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, I also dislike the fact that it's effing Tylenol, dude. It's the only thing that pregnant women can take to relieve any sort of their pain symptoms. So, like, tell me again that we don't hate women in this country? Come on. Like, why Tylenol? Why not ibuprofen? Why not Aleve? It's just really messed up. Anyways, Tylenol doesn't cause autism, and if you believe that it does, you should probably go live on an island with all the rest of the people that believe that, because I'm done. I'm over it. That's pretty much my final thoughts on that. I think we were going to talk about funding next.
Yeah. So, we have been I have been saying for a while now, like, it is going to be interesting to see how these certain things play out, because obviously not everything that happens in the administration is going to trickle down to the people, and not everything is going to affect us. So it's really interesting when you get to see firsthand exactly how these things affect people. And it's not just like, oh, it's some business, it's some multi-million-dollar company. Like, no, these are real everyday people.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that is happening in our location is because of the way that the federal funding is being cut. Basically, companies that provide like adult day services, or like services where they go out into the community and things like that, for people with, you know, cognitive and physical disabilities.
Sorry. It's the look for me.
Because those things are being cut, these companies have to get really creative with their funding, and they have to figure out a way to like word their licensing so that it still matches up with being able to get their funding, and some of them have had to get really creative with it, because it's just not set up the way that it used to be. And if you don't meet these very, very specific criteria, your program's cut. And we've seen that firsthand because I'm on the second company now that, so I run a place where people can go during the day, a day service, members of our community that have cognitive and physical disabilities, and I have seen it twice now, one facility and now another, that is going through the same thing, and we're starting to get some of their overflow because those programs have been cut. And while these members are waiting to figure out what is happening, if they can go back to the program or whatnot, they are coming to my program. And I don't know what that means for the future of mine. I don't know if we're going to get cut. I don't know if our funding, licensing, or what have you is worded correctly already. I don't know any of that. But what I do know is that I'm seeing it firsthand, and I'm going to continue to see it firsthand. And that is a direct result of trickle-down economics.
And the big beautiful bill?
And the big beautiful bill, yes.
Yeah, so the funny thing about that is the Republicans are kind of pooping their pants right now because we weren't supposed to be seeing the effects of this until like 2028 or
Correct.
like right when the next president was supposed to like take Trump's place.
Yeah.
But we're seeing the effects now. So everybody's finding out that like the Republicans really just voted to make the billionaires richer and like mess up the rest of our lives real big. So hopefully that can be undone at some point before like we all are like homeless or something. I don't know. That's where my head goes. It catastrophizes stuff like that. So
I mean, yeah, I obviously, as an everyday person, I panic, I worry. I've been working really hard to stay optimistic with it. I mean, the panic's there, but also the amount of people that are affected who voted for him, that's also there. And the amount of people that are waking up is rising every day. And that's gotta be scary for him.
yeah, no lie.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but I don't think we're gonna get much further into the what they wanted to see. I think the people are going to rise up before that happens.
Man, I hope so. I really do,
Me
because
too.
like literally every day is a new horror. Something
Exactly.
absolutely horrific happens every single day with this administration, and the people who are still defending him, like, my question is why? What are you not seeing? Do you have too much pride to admit that you messed up by voting for him?
Yeah, there's been a lot of people, like large, like influencers and politicians that are Republicans.
Dude, Nick Fuentes, the Your Body, My Choice guy, completely anti-Trump now.
Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, like even some of those people, it's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
So I think the biggin. Charlie Kirk.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
I'm gonna let you get your thoughts out now because I'm about to go on a tangent because, as I stated earlier, I'm a tinfoil hat person. I have theories and we're gonna talk about them. So you go.
I feel like we have the same theories, but I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'll stay completely fact-based and then we can spiral together, okay? So, I really wasn't gonna talk too much about Charlie, like, initially, because I didn't really want to get all the backlash and everything. And also, apparently, there's like people that are creating a list.
Of people who have said negative things. Yeah, that's
not even negative. They're literally quoting what Charlie Kirk said, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
you need to DIE."
I've heard of that. Yep.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna get too much into it, but I have already made my Facebook post and I stand by it. I will go 10 toes down. I don't care. So here we go with me standing on business. Charlie Kirk was a hateful, bigoted, racist, homophobe, xenophobe, like all the phobes, okay? Fascist supporting butthole. It is sad that his life was taken. Just because I'm not sad about it does not mean that I am celebrating it. I don't believe
Absolutely.
that anyone should have their life taken for their political affiliations or views.
Especially on like
Such a
plastered for everybody to see.
large scale. But not even that. Like I'm also still really upset that there wasn't this much outrage when Melissa Hortman and her husband were off.
And their dog Gilbert, you cannot forget Gilbert.
But like they had children also. Charlie Kirk isn't the only person that's ever been assassinated who had kids.
And, well, I'll honestly probably talk about the assassination more. But also, John Hoffman and his wife.
I don't remember her name.
I
Sorry.
don't remember either. I'm
Sorry.
so sorry. But they both ended up in the ICU. They survived, but they both had critical injuries.
Mm-hmm. So where was the flag at half staff? Because the governor didn't reach out? No. That's petty. That's a BS excuse. You're the president. You could have and should have tried to bring people together over that. Instead, you created more hate and division, and everybody was making memes and posting and laughing. But when it's one of yours, it's not okay. Got it.
Yep.
The hypocrisy is noted.
Yep, absolutely.
Make sure you keep that same energy, I guess. That's all I have to say, really, because I don't want to get too overzealous on it.
So, yeah. So, continuing on with my tinfoil hatness. So Erica Kirk, as we know, his wife, she was made the CEO of Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's business. So I, like, immediately, my first thought before I even transitioned to thinking about it possibly being his wife, the first thing I said, literally day of, to my husband was, there was a hit put out on Charlie Kirk by somebody in the administration. I have since changed that thinking to his wife, but I still think that the administration was involved. And here's why. So, in 2014, Erica Kirk won Miss USA. It was her first pageant ever.
Don't forget who that pageant was run by.
Yeah, so I'm getting there, ma'am.
Sorry, just wanted to clarify.
So she was actually, so at the time, that was when Trump was still running the Miss USA pageant.
Oh, her mind is blown right now.
And Trump actually recruited Erica. He had known her, like, previously through other circles, and she had never done any sort of modeling before. And he recruited her personally, and she actually won. This was her first competition ever, and she won Miss USA Arizona.
Yep.
And so, because of that, she ended actually working for Trump later in a different business, and then she ended up meeting Charlie Kirk, who was working also for Trump, or some related, some affiliated thing at the time. And so it's not super clear because I've heard different things, but from what I've been watching, some people have said they were introduced directly by Trump. Some people have said it was like through mutual parties. I don't know. But either way, Trump is somehow got them to connect.
Can we pause for like a second? Okay, so Trump knew Charlie, like, personally, and all he had to say was that he was a really good guy, and then he went on to talk about, like, the ballroom. This is the new ballroom. Hey, have you heard about that new ballroom I'm building?
Yeah, that's a really great way to honor your friend
Yeah.
and colleague.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No,
Couldn't say that.
you're right. So, good lord.
Yep.
We're in the chaos house. So after Charlie and Erica had met, they get together, whatever. So then, as they are together, child. So also while they were together, during this time, Erica Kirk was working for a charity organization called Romanian Angels.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who had a huge stake in that company?
I don't know, tell me.
It's our good old boy Donnie. And so Erica was traveling back and forth between the United States and Romania. And she had the perfect image, Miss USA, working with children. So I find it really interesting that the organization that she was working for ended up with these children popping up all over the world. They would go missing and they were popping up literally all over the world. Some of them were popping up in the US, Thailand, England. That was just a few of them that I remember.
France, I think, too.
Yep, I heard that some ridiculous number, like 16 different children or something that were in her organization had popped up in different countries after being reported missing.
Mm-hmm.
And the really sad part in all of this is that Romanian Angels, there was never actually any action taken. Obviously the parents and the community figured out that this was a child trafficking organization. And there was an uproar in the community. They rioted, they demanded for this to be investigated, but nothing ever came of it. It was all just allegations. Nobody was ever charged with anything. Nothing ever came of it. And these poor families, I don't know how many of them were reunited. I don't know if any of the missing children that were found made their way back to their parents. I have no idea. But yeah, she was Miss Erica Kirk. Well, at the time, it's going by a different name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's really interesting because so the whole reason that I even started thinking about this was because Charlie had made a comment, I think about a week or so before his death, about the Epstein files.
Yeah, he did.
And
he said they should be released.
Yes. So I think, like I said, I'm a tinfoil hat person. You don't have to believe me, but I'm gonna tell you what I think anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Erica's in the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, her and Trump knew that murdering Charlie would be the catalyst that they needed.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
They knew that this would catapult it much further into the division, and they needed a good Christian boy to be a martyr. And truthfully, I don't think she really cared that much for her husband. I think it was all for show. I think she needed a good Christian white boy to...
Don't forget about the suspected abuse.
Yeah.
Because, so like a while back there was something that came out about Charlie being abusive to Erica, and like that circulated the web for a while, and then miraculously people forgot about it. I didn't forget about it.
So yeah, politics is all about image, and yeah, I think she just needed that marriage and all of those things to launch her career, because suddenly she was deemed the most popular woman in America just the other day by, I don't know, like the Times or something.
Something.
Yeah. And she ended up getting his organization. And yeah, basically overnight became one of the most talked about people in America.
And really, like, I think that Trump is a buffoon. I really do. And I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. That's my opinion, though. So don't come for me, because I'm allowed to have opinions. But, like, it's actually very smart what they did, because it spread more hate and more division to keep all of us busy while they're doing their dirt.
You mean like putting hit out on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He became a martyr. Everybody's
Exactly.
like, everybody is all up in arms over this.
Like, oh, no
And,
matter
like-
where you stand, like, violence is never the answer. Like,
Mhm.
where was this 3 months ago for
Mhm.
Mark and Melissa Hortman
Mhm.
and Gilbert?
And also,
I don't
no,
get it.
because, like, violence is never the answer, but I'm gonna kill anyone who ever said anything bad about Charlie.
Yeah,
Make it make sense.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know anything about me. Like, if you've ever watched any of our old episodes, I'm pretty sure I said hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is my number one pet peeve. I can't stand it.
Well, truthfully,
Ever. At all.
I also think that Trump doesn't have as much of a hand in things as we like.
No, he's a puppet.
Right, exactly, as we think that he does. He is a puppet for the Heritage Foundation, and I think no matter what, he was going to be put in charge no matter what. Even if the people actually voted somebody else in, the Heritage Foundation needed they needed somebody to get in because they wanted to change America.
Yeah. I've also said multiple times that we're headed for 1930s Germany and The Handmaid's Tale simultaneously. And I don't believe I'm wrong in that, because if you really actually read Project 2025 and also Project Esther, because they're working on that now, that's a whole thing. That really is The Handmaid's Tale, like tenfold. It's scary.
It is scary.
It's scary. And if you read Agenda 47, you know, Trump's campaign thing, like it's online for everybody to see, and you compare it to Project 2025, there's multiple, actually like everything in Agenda 47. Agenda 47 is the watered down version of Project 2025.
Yeah, it's scary.
Mhm.
It's a scary time to be an American, let me tell you.
It's a scary time to be a woman in America. Or a person of color.
Especially those of us who did not vote for this or want this.
Yeah.
It's
Like, I don't want to sit here and suffer alongside all you morons that did this to us. I don't. But I have to. I'm stuck.
Yep.
I can't leave. I don't have the funds for that. Ugh. It's just incredibly frustrating. Because those of us that did not vote for this, like I said, are stuck. Unless, you know, it's like one of the college professors that decided to dip early on.
We've said it before, those of us who did not vote for this should be exempt.
Agreed. I think we should have our own island, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Our own little community. Dude, if California secedes from the U.S., I'm going. Hands down, I will go.
I feel like there's a couple states that want to do that. Texas.
The majority of Texas are MAGA. The majority.
No, I know. I know that Texas is one of those states that has tried a couple times to secede from the U.S.
Yeah, usually under Democratic leadership. Is when they say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's something new every day. If you're listening and you are not American, send us all of the good vibes.
Good vibes. Send help, actually.
Yeah, that.
We need help.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we need something to change.
Yeah. And like, people are rather excited about Trump showing signs of like congestive heart failure and like all the things. But, like, I can't be excited for that because then we have Vance, and Vance is worse.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought about it, and I was like, it's kind of like, Vance is worse. He's just worse.
I will say, though, I just watched a video, actually, of a huge, I don't remember what state it took place in, but it was a huge farmers rally, and it was all farmers that came, like, from literally all over the place, to basically, it was like a speaking event where they talked about how they all voted for Trump and how they all regret their mistakes and how like they're gonna go bankrupt and all of these different things, and like a lot of them talked about how they lost a lot of their workers because a lot of them were either undocumented or like documented but still got arrested. A lot of them were talking about the tariffs. A lot of them were saying, you know, we were told we weren't going to have to pay the tariffs.
Except all of us told you. All of us told you.
So yeah, it was a little sad because, again, all of us told you, but at the same time it was also like kind of uplifting to hear, like, yes, all of these voices, like, this is what we need. People need to wake up.
That part. Also, owning the libs really wasn't worth it, was it? I'm real mad still. Sorry. Not sorry, though. Own those libs. By putting us all in the same situation.
The funny part is I'm not even really a liberal. I'm just a nice human.
Same. I have left-leaning values, but
exactly.
I'm not affiliated with any political party. No. I don't care as long as they're good for the country.
Trash. Having a two-party system is trash.
It is.
Because you need to think outside the box. You can't be in one or the other, and then if you're like, well, I have ideals from both, guess I don't fit. I'm just gonna fuck off in the corner.
I have an analogy for politics. So it's like football. Because you have your diehard football fans that will like go to war for their team. Same thing with politics and a two-party system. And it's bad. It's bad for everybody.
Yep. Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, I don't really think, I can't say all, but I don't think very many of them are for us. Like the working class citizen. They're all about the money and getting as much of it as they can so they never have to work a day in their friggin' lives.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't care where you lean on. I just be a nice human, and just agree that everybody deserves to live their life the way that they want to. And yeah, I mean, really, the American people are always going to suffer until we find somebody that is not just out for the money.
Okay, Cracky, stop.
We need like an everyday Joe Schmo president. That's what we need.
We need a Gavin Newsom is what we need. My God, sir.
Yeah.
Hi.
We need just somebody who knows what it's like to be a normal person.
He just keeps jumping at my face. He keeps jumping at my face. Ow. So anyways, we need a Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody who knows what it's like to not be a billionaire.
Yeah, someone who came from the bottom, or like AOC.
I would love to either one of those.
Speaking of, if you don't follow them, please do, because they're wonderful. They are amazing humans, and they're fighting the good fight for us where it counts.
Both of them are absolute badasses.
Mm-hmm. I love them.
They're like what I wish, like what I imagine myself being like if I was a woman in politics. Thank you for that, sir.
Well, at least it didn't break.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like
he's a cat.
we're getting a little bit lost now and rambling. So I think now would be a great time for me to do the thing. Unless you have any closing thoughts.
No, but we have to do the,
Oh, the grind my gears?
yeah, the I don't give a shit.
Ah,
So we decided at the end of the Trump Trials episodes to do a little mini series where we both name one thing that we just don't care about, and it might be a little controversial. I name one thing that I just really don't care about in parenting. She names one thing that we just really don't care about in caregiving. Let's see. I don't give a shit if my son does his homework or not. I just don't. He's incredibly smart. He's intellectually advanced, and honestly, the homework that he gets is truly a waste of time for his intelligence level. Obviously, I'm not saying that for all children, because, you know, obviously you gotta go with the level that they're at. That's
Look,
the level that my son is at.
I needed homework. Your son does not need homework.
No, he really doesn't. It's a waste of time. And if he wants to do it, that's great. And if he doesn't, I don't force him. Now, obviously, you know, he's only in first grade. As he gets older, it's going to matter more. Right now, I mean, my son reads at like a 4th, 5th grade level. It doesn't do anything for him.
That part.
If it was challenging him in some way, I would absolutely make him do it, but I don't. That's why I don't give a shit. What's yours?
I don't give a shit about laundry. Look, sometimes the shift gets busy. And if we have multiple showers on said shift, not all that laundry is going to get done before knock shift gets there. Knock shift is there for 8 hours with nothing
Sometimes
to do
more.
other than clean. If you're telling me that you can't complete like 2 to 3 loads of laundry over 8 hours, there's something wrong, and you're probably sleeping. So, that's my I don't give a shit.
Yeah. That part.
Alright, I'm gonna do the thing. Julie!
Do the thing!
So you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at Boss Ravioli Queens. You can also email us, bossravioliqueens@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you would like to see more of us and get notified every time we post a new episode. Also, don't forget to leave comments. We like to read them, and I'm better at responding to them now because I check. And ever since I started checking, we don't get comments. So please, for the love of God, comment. I need something to respond to, okay? Anyways, until next time, mini raviolis.
Bye!